while waiting on the materials to do the outer covering on this shell, I couldn't stand just looking at it in its plain fashion, so I went ahead and did some practice painting on it and sort of weathered it up a little bit, painted the goggles, and if you've been following this build, the inside of these lens receptacle, I painted those silver, but going back and noticing studying the character some more, Garindan, his goggles, they're black. There's a little bit of silver on the outer area right here, but the inside area, it's black. And of course the lens region on his mask is a little bit different than this, but I think I can get close to it by adjusting the depth of these lens receptacles and trimming them. So I think I can correct that right there. But this is pretty much what the mask is going to look like. I am going to do an outer covering on it with some visible stitching on it. And the reason for that is I really want this mask to not look not necessarily screen accurate, but just look good in person. And right now it's just, you can tell it's a plastic shell, and you can tell these are fake stitches and stuff like that, but I just want to try to make the mask look realistic as possible. And another thing to make it look realistic as possible was the use of a soundboard. Now, of the character's noises, sounds, or whatever he makes. And to do that, I did some research on Amazon, and what I came up with, and I'll have a link, and there's a link to it in the description, is this soundboard that you can get off Amazon. I think I paid just under $12 for it. Just right. You can load it up with a cable. You can put the sound in it. Hang on a second. Let me get you guys adjusted to where you can see a little bit better. It's just your standard sound card. It's from China, and you can load up the sounds on it right there. Now the speaker that came with it, this is it, and I did not. It sounded. You could probably tell by the appearance of the speaker how bad it sounded. So naturally, I'm glad I'm using these speakers right here that I got off Amazon, and I'll have a link to these as well. These are just some 1-inch speakers, and to power it, I'm going to use this USB power bank. Now, like I said, it's right now I've got it loaded up with a 13-second sound clip that I put together myself of the character. So let's give it a listen. This is 100% version 1 of this. I plan on upgrading this because I want to add some more sounds to it, and this is, I guess in a way, this is more of a proof of concept to make the sounds come out of the snout of this mask. And to do that, I did some practicing, playing around with it last night, and it just didn't sound right with it just sitting down in there. And I'll show you real quick how it's going to sound if I just drop the speaker down in there. It's got a little bit of an echo to it, and I just didn't like the way it sounded. So what I'm going to do, and I think this will work, is I'm going to take the speaker, I'm going to place it in face down, and I'm going to put a couple of things of foam in there, and then on top of that, I'm just going to take this restaurant sauce cup and just sort of roughly tape it in place. Putting the soundboard down in there, I'm going to take these pieces of foam and sort of wedge on the sides of it. Now let's see what it sounds like. So yeah, I think it sounds. It's going to work. It's going to be real good. It's going to serve its purpose, what it's supposed to do. I tell you what, let me get you guys adjusted. Let's try this. Now, to activate the soundboard inside the mask, I'm going to have to bite down on the button right here. So, alright, so thank you so much for checking out the progress on this Garindan mask build, especially talking about the electronics I'm going to run on this. If you're new to this project, I think there's like 5 videos I've already gotten out of getting up to this point. So please when you get the time, go back and watch them. And if you do, I appreciate it. And I appreciate anybody that follows anything that I put on the internet. It means a lot to me that you would have interest and would watch it. So I'm going to stop this progress update right here. I hope everybody's doing well. Everything's great in your world. Thanks for being there. And until the next video, take care and God bless.